Hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? I hope you guys are doing super well. It's been a hot minute since I've been live on YouTube, and I missed you guys. So much has been shifted since we last chatted. I got a little pimple here. And I just wanted to welcome my new subscribers because the last time I did the live, we were like 5,000 less than where we are today. So I wanted to come on here, chat with you guys, get comfortable. I had my smoothie that I made. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'm currently on a cleanse, including no caffeine, mainly plant-based. Seen a huge shift in my energy and even my readings with you guys who have been doing readings and energy healings with me. So I'm kind of in the process of going through this plant mainly based, or still eating meat. I'm not eating it as often, but yeah, anyways, that's kind of update with me. Today, I'm actually going to be doing a live with you guys. So today's live is going to be questions Q&A style. Any questions that you guys have in the next few bits. Any questions that you have just in general. Hey, Sean, how's it going? So nice to see you. So yeah, I'm just super excited. So I went through my DMs on Instagram. You guys were asking me a lot of questions from the videos, and it's really hard. And I most likely have noticed that some of the questions you guys have been asking, another subscriber would ask too. So today I'm doing a Q&A style like we used to do all the time. And I'm also going to be doing at some point card pull chats. So anyone who donates whatever they feel called to in the super chat will be getting a card pull. So let's start with some questions. First, let's just start with who's here. How are you guys feeling today? It is midweek, so we're Wednesday, and we are less than 2 weeks away from the second full moon of this month. This has been such an energetic shift. If you guys have felt it, feel free to share your experiences. Good morning. But yeah, and let me know where you guys are tuning in from, like what city, what country. I'd love to hear. But we currently had a full moon. We're in Mercury retrograde. We had a new moon. We're having another full moon. So if there's everything that's going on this year is not a coincidence, that's for sure. And energetically, this is a whole, I guess you can say, seeing or foreseen to be big shifts. So if you guys are feeling niggling feelings at this time, I just feel called to channel that through. Please listen to them. Please listen to your guides. Turn to them if you have any questions of anything. I think all those things are just so important. So Shane just said that I'm feeling great. Just listen to your 369 video. Amazing. I'm working on manifesting and funding for my first feature in a film. That's amazing. And you're going to definitely get it. I love hearing your stories. I've actually been going through your comments, guys, really trying to keep up with the comments. And just looking at all these amazing experiences, and some of you guys who come back on the video and share your experience with those manifestations, I love it. So I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you guys for that. So yeah, if you have any questions about manifestation, law of attraction, situations, anything anything that you would like to ask, feel free to comment. Like I said, this is a space for all of us, and I'm really excited to support you guys. So super, super pumped. I'm also going to actually go through my Instagram and answer some questions as well. So looking forward to that. And like I said, I didn't plan this. I usually let you guys know if I'm going live. This is just a live Q&A and see what happens. Script the same thing every day, Louisa just asked. So I do scripting every day. Scripting is basically writing down something in manifestation. Scripting is writing into fruition of what you want in your life, right? So do you script every day? The more you put energy into a manifestation and you fully believing in that manifestation, fully holding in that manifestation, the more and quicker it will happen. So yes, if you want to script every single day, the same thing you can. I script about the same thing and I send out the same type of energy, but I might use different words. That's dependent on if I'm using an affirmation, if I'm just writing in scripting and writing in my situation, my dream home, or talking about the person that I love or the person I want to bring into my life. So with any manifestation technique, the energy is always dependent on your specific vibration. So if you go into scripting every single day, but you are just as excited and even more excited every day for that manifestation, manifestation is going to happen that much faster. So I would say it's up to you. Follow your intuition with that. Try to script as much as you can. Be specific when you script and make sure that you're energetically connected to that scripting. So I hope that helps, Louisa. I think that's a great question because I do get a lot of questions on scripting recently. My scripting video has been picking up a lot from people and asking questions. So I'm really happy that you did ask that. Marie, hello. It's so nice to see you. I love that. Okay, so let's see. Orlando, hello. How's it going? I hope you're doing really, really well. What else? Who else do we have? Do you have a video on shadow work, Minneapolis? Hello, Cooper. How are you? So yeah, I do. I actually talk about what is shadow work. I'll go on my phone because I have a lot of videos on shadow work. One of them specifically that I would actually recommend to you, and it is just scrolling down through my many videos I do. Okay, so what is shadow work and how to get started with shadow work? That video I did about 2 months ago. If you go to my videos, you will see it. It's after the period video that I did. I also talk a lot about how to just visualize manifestation with shadow work. I talk about raising your vibration. That's another great video on shadow work. Vibration is very important. That's a great hint for any of those who feel called to do shadow work or don't know if they want to do it. If you notice that your vibration is very low, do definitely make sure that you check in with yourself and check in with where you are. So yeah, shadow work vibration is so key because if our energy is lower all of a sudden, or we feel depressed all of a sudden, there is something that we have within our aura, within our energy state, within our body that we're holding on based on an experience or a thought or a subconscious emotion. And it's up to us to release that. If we don't release it, then we're holding that on, and then we're putting in that energy into everything else throughout our day, right? So shadow work is a big thing we continuously do. And that's what I talk to my mentorees about it all the time. If any of you guys are interested, one thing I will say for an update is I am opening my conscious one-on-one mentoring for November. I do have a couple spots available for November. So if you feel called to, you can apply. I have all that information down below. But that is something I really share with you guys on the YouTube channel. And I also share with my one-on-one for each person, depending on their own personal shadow work, is vibration and how to increase your vibration, how to stop thinking negative, how to disconnect yourself from what's going on with the world. We are purging huge justice things happening right now and just changing old patterns, old traditions, and coming in with this new energy because we're all not the same. Like, we are not the same that we were 8 months ago, and that is okay. So I really hope that answered your question, Cooper. That was an amazing one. If you guys have any other questions, feel free. Have you seen Hamilton and do you like it? I have not seen Hamilton. I do want to. I have friends and siblings who have, and they love Hamilton. So I want to, once the world is back open to everything, I would love to. If you guys have seen Hamilton, let me know, because it is like my dream to go see it. I remember one of their second tour I put in and see. I was just curious, like the tickets and everything sold out in like seconds. So I am hoping next time it is out, I want to go see it so badly. Thanks for asking that question. I love personal questions too. Yes, you can ask questions. This is a Q&A, guys. So any questions you have on manifestation, law of attraction, past videos, ideas you have for videos, because I am ranking up videos right now. I am going to be doing some really deep shadow work videos because I know you guys love that. I know you guys are on the process of expanding right now. So expect in the next week a lot of full moon videos, energy update videos. Make sure you subscribe and put notification bell so you don't miss those. So my next video I'm doing, which is today, is on forgiveness. So at 2:30 p.m., it's how to manifest a specific person and forgive them or have them forgive you. A lot of the times when we're bringing someone from our past, that past energy can still actually prevent us from manifesting that person. So I'm actually going to go through a 5-step process of what I've done, what I've taught people to do to clear that energy so you can fully vibrationally manifest that person in from your past. and I'm really excited for that. So yeah, that video is at 2:30. And then on Friday, we're actually have 2 videos for you guys. So I'm doing a video on the 5 things you need to know about this full moon, the 31st, Halloween vibes, talk about energy, mystic, and dimension energy. So I'm going to go deep into that, and that's going to be going over everything you need to know about the energy. And then on Monday, I am going to be doing a lot of Yoni stuff. So I do know a lot of you guys that are on here are women. So, but also for men too, I'm going to start talking about our sexual energy and how we on our own can actually release and heal from that energy, because there is so much fire that we have in there. And this year, one of the biggest things is how are we honing down into our fire energy, our feminine divine, to come into this space of not hatred, not anger of the situation of what's going on in the world, but love. And that can come into that with ourselves. So I'm going to be actually doing an unboxing video with Yoni Pleasure Palace. If you guys have heard of that before, I'm really, really excited for that. And I cannot wait. So it's going to be so, so good. Bum, bum, bum. If you guys are excited for that, put a heart emoji in the comment section. But we're going to go deep into some vulnerable conversations the next 2 weeks. And if there's anything vulnerable that you want to ask me for a video, please put them in the comment section. What else did you guys ask? Do you have any videos on how to activate my chakras? Yes. So that is something I really want to work on. The only thing is chakras, you can do a degree on it. There's just so much. So if you guys can ask me what chakras, what problems you're having with chakras, I can sit down and do a video with you on it. I do have a chakra video on the root chakra. I have a heart chakra meditation. And I think there's one other chakra video that I actually have. I'm going to search it up for you guys so you have it. But yeah, chakras is definitely something that keeps coming back. I do want to do a chakra video on the solar plexus, because everyone's solar plexus has been very activated in the past bit. And if you are blocked in the solar plexus, honey, you need to release that. So I'm actually going to go down to my videos. Chakra. So yeah, I have how to heal your heart chakra. I have a open your heart meditation chakra, 5 ways to ground yourself. What is the root chakra and how to ground yourself, how to ground yourself through traveling, and how to cleanse and protect your energy, which is great for chakras as well. So these videos, I have a whole playlist called chakras, which is a great start. Anything you don't see, comment and let me know. And then I might not respond, but I do see it. I'll like it. Again, like I said, this is why I do these lives, so then you guys can talk to me, chat with me, and we can, you guys get to have that one-on-one time with me, which I think is so good. But yeah, like I said, I really want you guys to have that opportunity to ask me whatever questions that you have. So again, if you know specifically what you want to ask me for chakras, what specific chakras, what blocks you've been having with chakras, what chakras you want to learn more about, all this information is going to be very helpful, because then I can really hone down on it and help you guys out on that. So great questions. What else? Thank you so much, Marie. First time watching my video. Oh, welcome, Boja. So nice to see you. Light and love to you. How many times should you write things to manifest? So I talked a little bit about that for scripting. Maybe I'll do a video on that, like how many times to script to manifest. I think that's a great question. And the reason why is because I'm actually going to type it in my notes, because I'm like scribbling it down. So YouTube ideas, because I get them from you guys on this live. So how many times to write manifestation and script? And I actually do these videos. That's how you guys give me my ideas for videos, by the way. So I really am happy and grateful when you do that. So writing manifestations, again, it's whatever you feel called. How fast do you want your manifestation to happen? What is the time that you want the manifestation to happen? Remember, time doesn't exist in manifestation, so it all depends on our energy. The more that we feel that we're existing in that manifestation, the quicker that manifestation will actually occur, the faster we'll be able to gain that manifestation into our life. So the more you write it, the more it will happen. When I want to manifest something quickly, I manifest every single day. I start my day with that energy with affirmations. Affirmations and scripting are the two amazing things to work with together. So if you are starting your morning with affirmations, raising your vibrations, and then you're going into a meditation, and then you're going into scripting, you're going to see a huge more, like a better impact of like how much of a better manifester you become, and you'll see a huge shift of your energy as well. So I hope that helps, Pooja. I think that's a really, really great question. And I hope that helps you. Thunder Kit, it's so nice to meet you. First time on your channel. So nice to meet you. Welcome. Any new subscribers, please let me know in the comment section and where you guys are at, because I do get so excited when I come on here and you guys are like, it's my first live or it's my first energy healing. Like a lot of you guys showed up last week on our new moon and it was your first time. And a lot of you said and expressed that you felt that energy. I felt that was probably one of the most powerful new moon energy ones. And I usually only make it accessible for my Patreoners after to rewatch it and to like have access to other things as well for the new moon, like your rituals and prompt questions for scripting. All that stuff is on Patreon. But because I felt that the collective needed access to this, I made it accessible and left it on my channel. So I just want to let you guys know that that was a very powerful one. And it makes me so happy to know that you guys also felt how powerful that new moon energy was. So welcome, welcome. I really like the blanket thing in your background. It looks so nice. Yes. So a lot of you guys have been asking questions on things like what I wear or things I have in my video and stuff. So I think I might do like a little thing on my website of like things that I have, because I do get questions on like, for example, where's this backdrop from? And can I buy it? Or can I find one like yours? I'm actually in the midst of changing my filming stage. So I'm still going to have my iconic background because this is me, but I'm also going to shift it a little bit and have a few other backgrounds too. So you guys don't see it now, but I will do it when it's completed. I'm currently in my Zen Den. What is a Zen Den, you ask? It's a space of plants, great energy, crystals everywhere. And it's my place, it's my safe space. And if you can find a corner, even if it's just not a room in your space, as conscious beings, I felt like a big part of my spiritual journey, and for you, is to have a space that you can fully release and feel comfortable. And if you don't have that, make one, because that's going to make such a big difference for you to just have a space to release, to let go, to heal, to meditate, to script, to feel powerful in your environment. And that really goes with the root chakra, which we talked about chakras and the impact of that. So here, where you guys can't see, there is a plant like everywhere. It's like full on jungle on this side of my room. And I'm in the process of creating this space, but I also want to share it with you guys here and share that energy of these plants, because the energy from these plants are crazy. These plants were given to me by my master, my energy master, healer master, and I'm super excited. So I can feel it. And I've noticed my big shift of like how nurturing they've been for me. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys that. I'll show you a tour. But I do always suggest plants are a great way to connect, especially as we go into the winter season. And for some of you guys that it's not cold and sunny where you are, a great way to bring that energy and to balance your root chakra all the time is to add plants in your space, in your home. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so questions here. Do you have a video on activating chakras? Oh, I think I responded to that already. I have many times tried manifestation, but I didn't think it worked. So why doesn't my manifestation work? This is another video I want to do. What happens when you manifest something and it doesn't work out? Well, there's multiple things. The first thing that comes up to me intuitively is that universe is protecting you from something. A lot of the times when universe doesn't give it to us, it's because it's protecting us from something. Timing, divine timing is a big part. If you're not ready to accept that manifestation, how will you continue to hold it into your life, right? So the first thing I tell people all the time is that if you are manifesting something and it doesn't work out, ask yourself the following questions. Why didn't it work out? And you're probably like, Shika, okay, that's a rhetorical question. No, seriously, the question that you want to ask is the universe protecting me from something? Is it the right timing? Do I have room and time and attention to give to this manifestation? Or have I released anything? A lot of people are always asking me questions. Shika, how do I manifest? we can't take all the time. We also have to let go of things, right? So have you let go of certain things in that area of your life? And if you haven't, it's time to kind of raise the vibration there and do some spring cleaning. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. On a personal level, like I've gone through huge personal shifts in my environment. Home is a big thing for me right now. And what that means by that is as I start to feel more confident in where I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be here, I want to heal you guys. This is my calling. I've always had this feeling since I was a little kid to help and support. I'm actually going to share that in a video on how to become an energy healer and mentor, because a lot of you guys have been wanting to be in that space. And some of you guys who are being mentored by me right now are in that space. But we all have a reason to being here. And I'm not saying that every single one of you that are here on my YouTube channel want to be an energy healer, want to read cards, want to do all this stuff. That's okay. But we are all touching the space of this collective energy and being an impact and a light worker in our own way. So I always tell people that when we're going from this space to really try to ask yourself, like, what am I, where am I now? And where is my journey in this whole situation? Don't compare it to your person that's on social media or that friend that you haven't seen in so long. And I know we're at a space of frustration. I feel that in the collective a lot. Frustration of feeling like we've worked so hard, but why is there still so much work to be done? That is shadow work. Our world has so much stuff to purge, and that is shadow work. So I just wanted to share that channeled through. I don't even remember what I just said, but that just channeled through. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Third eye, yes, this is definitely something I want to talk about. So the third eye chakra, I will write that down. I'm also going to write down what happens when your manifestation doesn't work. What happens when your manifestation doesn't come true. I'm going to write that down. Perfect. Okay. How do you know your manifestation is coming soon? Because I'm confused whether it is happening or not, Kian. Okay, awesome. Great question, Kian. I have a video on 6 signs that your guides are telling you that your manifestation is on its way. It's a very good video, and I know a lot of you guys have been resurfacing that recently. But there are some great 6 signs that I think might be a great starting point for you. How do you visualize your manifestation? I have a video on that always. Lady Luck, go check that out. I'll actually tell you when I posted that video so you can find it. So what was your question again? It was how to visualize your manifestation. So I posted a video about that about a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago. I'm just like scrolling through visualization, manifestation. Yeah, it was quite a while ago. Yeah, if you put Chica and visualize manifestation, it will come up on YouTube on the search bar. But I did a video on that, and I go through step by step what to do, practices through meditation to help you be a better visualizer, all that stuff that's going to be very helpful for you. So thank you for asking that question. That's a good one. Kian just says, why is there so much work to be done? And that's the online class. There's always work to be done. That's the thing. We're always growing. We're always expanding. Sorry, I had to sip my smoothie. We're always growing. We're always expanding as conscious souls. And I think that's the part that I'm at with you guys is that, you've done so much work with us here in our family already, right? And this is where a lot of people ask me then, like, where does that shadow work end? Where does that shadow work stop? I'm just going to bring you guys a little closer because I'm leaning. But that is something that we need to understand, that there's always so much work to be done, but don't beat yourself down of how much work needs to be done more, And that is where we're allowing ourselves in meditation every single day. If there's something that you can do every day to help you with that, is by sitting with yourself every morning for 5 minutes and just being in the state of being and analyzing your body and seeing if there's anything at the start of your day before you serve anyone, before you do anything, if there's anything you need to let go and release. A lot of us just get up, we check our phones, we go and feed our dog or cat, we go check out the kids. We're always being called to that. And then people say they don't have time. I used to work 3 jobs at one point before being a full-time energy healer and content creator, because I was trying to make that lifestyle. I was working 3 jobs, 7 days a week. But what I did through the meditation while I was doing my shadow work is I tried to wake up a little bit earlier, or I would even take my lunch break and meditate. Find a space where I can meditate, even if it's just like quietly somewhere, bathroom, to be honest. Sometimes just going to the bathroom and just like being by myself was a time of meditation. But taking that time and that responsibility on ourselves is something that we need to understand. And that is where we have full control of our emotions. When you can completely shift and understand that we all are able to shift in even times of hardship and not seeing the open door just yet, being able to say, how can I control my emotion right now? How can I can't control the situation and what divine guided universe spirits have been showing me, but I can control my emotions. And that is what controls the outcome sometimes. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think that really aligns with like visualization, manifestation, so much work to be done, those words that are energetically shared here, and that can really help you out. So lately I've been seeing the number 33 a ton, and I have no clue what that means. So I'm going to actually be doing more 2-digit numbers on my channel because I noticed that I did the 4-4 angel number, and a lot of you guys really like that. 3 accompanies a lot of divine presence, a lot of dimensional presence. It really means that our guides are really close. And I'll give you an example. The past 3 weeks have been emotionally crazy for me. You guys haven't seen that. I haven't been online as often. And long story short, I haven't been in my space, haven't lived in my space for a while. So during these times of, emotional balance and still being a healer and going through my own healing too, one of the biggest things that connects with me is the 3 number. The 3 number was following me like crazy. 33, triple three, quadruple 3. It was just like yelling at me, like bam, bam, like literally lights flashing. But ironically, every time I saw the number, a white feather was on me. And that is a sign that a guide or angel is very, very close. And I would actually feel the presence. But because I was emotionally up here, my third eye was so clouded, I just saw it. And being someone who is, a healer and knows about signs, and I do shamanic work, so animals and things are very big in that field, I noticed that was a sign. So when you see any angel number, especially that number 3, any sequence of 3, it's a very strong divine number, a very strong universal number. Ask yourself what you were thinking during that time, and ask yourself, what is your guides trying to tell you through that? Because if you do that, it's going to help you get a lot of answers. And understand that angel numbers come and go. Sometimes you'll see 555 for a week, and then all of a sudden it disappears. What does that mean? Well, this message was either sent to you, or there's another message that is now needed to be said, or maybe the message doesn't apply anymore. So a lot of people are, oh my gosh, 555 is not being seen anymore. What did I do? Did I scare my guides? No, it's just that the message is no longer needed at that time. And synchronicity is all energy, right? So it's based on our energy that attracts it. And that's the part that a lot of people lose when they're trying to get to understand what angel numbers mean. So really hope that answers your question. That was a really, really, really good question. I'm really happy you asked that. I lost myself. Those are angel signs, I think. Yes, 100%. They are. Numbers like 4-4. So I actually have an angel number video on 4-4. And most likely when people are getting the 2 sequence synchronicities, it's like an 80% chance that they're also getting the full 3. So like the number on the watch or whatnot. So I do have a full playlist of over 40 videos on my angel number playlist. And I also have a numerology one. So if you feel called to, I would suggest going and check that out and going through them and choosing the videos that align with you. I will be doing more videos in the future. So like I said, make sure you subscribe to that. Um, how long should you meditate? I have a lot of mind chatter and I can't get to sleep. If I'm quiet, I use ocean and rain noises. Love it. Elements are great, calming of the water and the element of water, rain, and it's very cleansing. One thing I would say is trying to do a theta wave meditation music. If you have a hard time sleeping, sometimes the mind chatter comes into that. Also, when you're breathing, if you start thinking about what you have to do tomorrow or other stresses from that day, tell yourself the word breath. You guys notice that I use that word a lot when I'm guiding you through the meditation. It's because it's a universal word that everyone can know, and our mind will go where the words go, right? So if I'm closing my eyes right now with you and I say breath, then all of a sudden you think about your breath. You think about how you're breathing. Is it fast? Is it slow? And because you're in meditation, you bring yourself to consciously go down and lower that breath, right? So if you do feel like there's a mouth chatter, find a word that brings you that sense of back into your body, back into breath, back into being, and you'll notice a huge difference with your energy shift. So I think that's a really great question. I'm really happy that you do that, and try the theta music if you guys are having a hard time sleeping. I know I am. It feels like I close my eyes and wake up like I'm not even sleeping anymore for the past month. It's like I'm out of sleep and I'm getting very, very deep soul past life experiences and also other people's experiences too. So I just want to just share with you guys that like sleep right now is completely normal because the energy is completely crazy. So just be kind with your body and allow your body to be as comfortable as possible. And even if you can get that sleep in, one great tip for you is on those times where you are having bad sleep, take a nap, 15 minutes. That's all, no more than 30. And that's going to give you a great nap, little pump up. Sometimes I have an energy healing to do, and I know I haven't slept very well because my like healing, energies and mind is like bam, 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 going really crazy. I go and relax or even do a theta. If you could do a theta meditation, if you can't take a nap, really, really powerful because it puts your mind to sleep, which is great. So I hope that helps you out, Cooper. Hello, Rizu. I see 444111 sometimes and 222. So I have angel number videos on all those numbers, by the way, guys. So you can go check that out. 111 is definitely a number that's really big for a lot of people because end of Mercury retrograde is coming. It is coming up and it's coming strong. And if you haven't checked out my video on Mercury retrograde, I'm actually going to go check it out. It ends on November 13th, and I did a video a month ago on it. So if you scroll down, you will find it very soon after. But this is huge. Like, this is like huge, huge, huge. So I'm super, super excited. And I just want to share that with you guys that as the retrograde ends, new beginnings begin. And what does one hold? New beginnings, new starts, new energy. We are ripping out all the old, and we are being forced to step into the new, whether we like it or not, whether we think timing is great or not at this time. And if you didn't feel exhausted or emotional this past new and full moon, you're about to step into this for next week because we are purging like no other. I've been feeling more and more called to be by myself, and I know a lot of people have as well. So again, listen to the body, listen to the intuition will be king. Intuition is king and queen. It is literally going to align you like no other, and try not to ignore that. Even if it doesn't make sense at that time, it will make sense. It totally and always makes sense. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. 333, that's awesome. 555 everywhere. 111 on the clock. All these numbers I have on the thing, guys. So definitely go check that out and let me know what comes through for you when I'm speaking and channeling, because sometimes people get connected with a specific meaning. So just a question. What frequencies are good for meditating, manifesting? Because I know that it is based on frequencies and vibration. So that's a video I want to do because a lot of people just see different numbers and they're like, oh, what's the best vibration for this? What's the best frequency for this? At the end of the day, when you're doing the videos, it's not how high it is per se only, because if I do a 950 hertz, meditation, which is divine crown energy, and I am low, like I am literally the lowest. I'm a 3 out of 10 low vibration. stepping into that is going to be overwhelming. So my point of vibration is to understand that you want to go at whatever feels comfortable with you. I mean, a lot of the times when I give you guys suggestions underneath videos for meditation music or whatnot, or even say it through these lives, I always tell you guys to make sure that you are choosing a vibration that's intuitively great. I'll give you an example. One of my mentees, she doesn't like the sound of just music. She can't meditate, it doesn't relax her. So she loves the sound of nature, water specifically. So whenever I do a healing with her, I don't do music, I do water. There has to be some sound of water. It can be music and water, but it can't just be music alone. So my point is like stick to the elements and the vibration that works best for you. And if you've chosen one that doesn't feel good to you, that's fine. If the person's voice doesn't connect with you, choose another one. That happens sometimes where like, this meditation looks great. And I go into it and it doesn't feel great. So just be open to understanding that the meditations that you check might not be amazing, and to be open to find out what vibrations your bodies respond to and to build up. Like, for example, I was doing a 459 hertz, which again, I don't look at that per se. I look at the energy. I feel my intuition. I'm a very intuitive person. I'm an empath. So for me, when I went into that, it was really good. But then the next day I did a 958, and that's pretty high. And it was a crown one, and I felt on fire that day, and I really connected with it. And I actually ended up sitting in that meditation for 35 minutes, hoping to do a 10-minute, and I ended up doing 35. So again, meditating, how much time? Start with 5 minutes, honestly. You can put a timer if you'd like, but 5 minutes goes by really quickly. So by the time you breathe for a couple minutes, take about 10 deep inhales and deep exhales, you're already past a minute. And just meditate with that music. And you can put music on, and whenever you feel called to bring yourself back into the room. Then next time, as you start to build, if you feel like 5 minutes is too quick, go up to 10 minutes. But every time, just kind of go based on your section. Sometimes I do an energy healing. It's only 20 minutes. For some people, it's a whole hour. It depends on the person, and it depends on where they're starting. So again, focus on intuition. I'm going to start to do more videos on intuitiveness, because it is king and queen. It literally supports us. It hones and helps us so much on our whole journey. A lot of Pisces. Hello, any Scorpios? I'm Scorpio. So any Scorpios here, let me know. If you guys want to share your sign, feel free to as well. Anita P, can totally relate to not sleeping. I don't know if I'm going to have so much little sleep. Yeah. So one of the vitamins that I've been really enjoying, I've been using personally, is a few. I've been using a lot of herbs. The first herb that's been really helpful for me is turmeric. Turmeric's really good for inflammatory, especially inflammatory in the brain. And for me, I've been getting a lot of headaches because there's just so much downloads coming through. And I'm like, whoa, universe, I know you missed me and you wanted to give me all this message, but this is a lot. So one of the things I was going to say is that using that is very helpful for sleep. Chamomile is really good. Rosemary is really great. And if you're looking for a vitamin, melatonin, I only use a half of it. I don't use it every single day, but I might use it 1 or 2, and then I allow myself to sleep, and it helps me sleep, because I really work well early hours in the morning and late night at night. And I'll wake up early regardless of how much sleep I have. So it's important for me to put myself to bed. And me personally, I talk a lot about herb recipes. There's certain herbs that are really great for sleeping, and also just allowing yourself to be hydrated as well, because this is a time where like a lot of releasing, right? So hydrate is important. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Hello, Madame of Hugh. Can we ask any questions for you to give answers of pulling cards? So card pulls, if you guys have a question for card pull, donate whatever you want to the super chat. It's a little dollar sign at the end. The reason why I do that is because anyone can donate, and then I pull one card for you intuitively. So if anyone wants to do that while we're answering questions, feel free, and I'll pull a card whenever it pops up. I manifest using journaling, but I don't know I'm doing it right. I'm scared to do the 369 because I might break my journaling streak. I don't know. Any tips? So Great question, Kian. So 369 is a method on its own. Scripting is really, really great. If you're loving scripting, if it's helping you, stick to it, right? I personally love gratitude journals. That to me heightens my vibration. Like, if I want you guys all to write down as many things as you feel comfortable with right now, or whatever you want to do, one thing at least that you're grateful for in the comment section and why. And then at the end of it, say thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I do every morning. I sit on my mat and I say, thank you so much for my 15K plus subscribers that I get to help and heal and be part of their journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for this smoothie that gives me the nurture and this earth and this and all of this fruits and protein and reishi mushrooms that gives me the feeling to bring myself out of my energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for all the abundance that is given to me every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the time I'm done 10 things, I am so, like, I don't even need to meditate sometimes. I meditate to bring myself in and to tap into intuition. But the moment I do that, it just brings all this energy into it. So scripting is powerful. It truly is. When it comes to a point of a new beginning, when I start to see that ones, when I start to see the twos, when I start to see the 444s, I script. Like, I'm a scripter because I'm channeling things, I'm feeling things. And that's why I'm saying intuition is power. Because the moment we tap into our intuition, we get so many answers from divine. It's crazy. So I would say stick to scripting, Kian, if that feels good to you. 369, other manifestation methods, you can go along with it. But I always have some things that I do every single day, and then everything else is like an added bonus, right? So, excuse me, that's what I would suggest. I think that's so important. So I sometimes script before going to sleep or just somewhere in the day. And sometimes I skipped on some days. So that's fine. You don't, like, again, I want to say, don't beat yourself up if you don't script every single day. That's completely fine. Just keep going. Just keep pushing through it. Okay. Beautiful eyes. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I've always been told I have big eyes. I used to hate it as a child, but I love them. They're great. I've been told it actually, like, a whole bunch of other stuff about my eyes, but yeah, they are bright and big, and I love them, and they're great, and I'm so grateful for them. I usually skipped some days because of weird sleep schedule. That's fine. But those days that you can't script, meditate, like a meditation doesn't have to be closing your eyes and listening to music and chanting. It can just be simply just being with yourself off your phone and maybe listening to music, but just being with yourself. Or it's raining right now. If I were to go to walk in the rain in nature and just take a 15-minute walk, that's meditation on its own. So meditation comes in different forms. Meditation is the point where our mind can just be in the state of it on its own and relax itself or observe thoughts that are going through our conscious mind that teaches us something about us and expands who we are as a being. So that's meditation. And that's not only done in closing our eyes and breathing. There's so much more to that. I want to do more videos on what defines meditation as well. Cooper, I'm thankful for still being saner during this moon phases. I'm Cancer, Sun, Pisces. Woo, so a lot of emotions. Sun in Capricorn. Yeah, definitely a lot of emotions for you. It is big. For me, I'm a Scorpio, so I purged. Like, my heart was like purging. My body was purging things to the point sometimes I would wake up sweating, like purging. So I will say that at this time, be kind to yourself. I have taken a quarter of my schedule for work, for content, for mentoring, for how many people I accept for mentoring. And I have literally not made that accessible because I want to make sure that if I have a mentoring with you or someone and I don't have that energy or I don't have that energy for myself, it's just going to make myself burn out. So again, one of the biggest things and lessons in my Mercury retrograde video, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, is to make sure you're not burning yourself out. You're not pushing yourself too much and going into that workaholic energy. Like, that card comes through for me so much when I'm chatting with you guys, especially at this time, because a lot of us are feeling forced to work and overwork. Please do not do that. This card right here, stop overworking yourself to think that things are okay or blocking yourself from all the emotions that are coming through for you. Solving the issue isn't working so hard where you're ignoring everything that's in your situation. And Mercury retrograde is forcing us to talk about our health, forcing us to talk about our relationships, forcing us to talk about our sensual energy, forcing us to talk about our work, what makes us happy, what's angering us, what's aggravating us, and releasing that into that space. And they're giving us that option through nature of 2 full moons. So that's a really big thing, really, really big. So I'm super happy. Any thoughts on reality shifting? Definitely. A lot of people, everyone's realities are shifting. We have been exposed to corruption within governmental things that are going on right now. We are being exposed to the impact of how our world is showing truths. We are being exposed to our life, like what we thought was happy this whole life. And now that it's brought us and stripped us from everything that is so masculine in our society, such as putting a pause on everything, it's forcing us to emotionally look within. And I have seen so many people expand. Some great examples: people leaving their relationships, people loving themselves for the first time, people taking the leap to start their business or to start a blog or to start a YouTube channel. Like, I would not be here, guys, if I wasn't for what's going on in the world. I woke up one morning, I was like, I'm tired of Instagram. I'm ready to not be embarrassed of like all these gifts that I have, fully hone into it because I know the world needs it right now. It was channeled to me and I did it. Like, I'm here with it and I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful for you. The realities of how much sensual suppression of our worlds from both females, males, and everything in between. We have so much suppression in that space. And that's why I'm doing a lot of videos going into the next couple of weeks on Yoni and trauma healing and energy healing and mental health healing, because I feel that in the collective, even more and more through retrograde, what are the mental health things that are popping up in your life right now? I just saw a comment on, I'm so grateful for yoga for helping me when I'm depressed. Like that is reality shift. That is you saying that I'm ready to get out of that energy. And I'm also ready to help myself. And through this Mercury retrograde with everything that's going on, I'm gonna move my body to flow with that energy, so releasing it in that way. I don't know if you guys have any reality shifts that have been happening in your life. What is the biggest change that has happened to you this year? Please share in the comments if you feel called to. Again, this is a safe space for everyone. What is the biggest reality shift? I'd love to read them, and I love those comments. Have you ever heard of subliminals, and what do you think about them? So Rosie, I actually have a whole video on that because I was getting that question a lot through lives. What are subliminals? Do they work? How do they work? I have a whole video on that, so you can go check that out. How can you tell if subliminals are bad or not? I also talk about that as well, Leah, on are they bad or are they not? So go check out that video. Is yoga helpful for depression? Yes, 100%. It's a way of flowing your energy. The side of yoga, there's a lot of spiritual aspects to it. And I think as yoga starts to expand and evolve, I do see that there's a big feel of people finding different, not just yoga, but different ways to move their energy and release in movement. And as we move, as we expand, as we change on a daily basis, so does our body. So I really think yoga is a great way of just allowing yourself to move into these certain positions that can open up your heart, which is where sometimes the deep pressures of depression falls into. So that's a really great question. Recently, I've also been getting a lot of signs to return to the past person, aka my ex. Alicia, this is a perfect timing on question. I haven't talked about this to anyone. Is there also things of being patient at this time? So thank you first for sharing it to our community. Everyone give some love to Aaliyah because that's amazing. The first thing I will say is that forgiveness is key. When you're trying to bring someone back into your life, if you're trying to get over someone, today's video is going to definitely help you, because cutting the cord is so big. Today I had a reading and I was like, whoa, this is definitely confirming what I'm feeling from some of the collective. And it was the protection card. And the protection card, it talks about, how am I protecting my energy and not putting people on a pedestal? And what does that mean? Putting someone in a pedestal is when we're manifesting any person, like any person you're manifesting into your life, they're already going to be someone that's going to be, the unevenness. You're putting the energy out there to bring them into your life, right? So when we get so obsessed with that outcome, it actually tips over the shift and the energy distribution in the universe. And what that means is that, you're kind of looking out for that outcome so much that it actually creates a push effect. Based on quantum energy for the person to come into your life. Now, keep in mind, on this pedestal here also has all the history you guys went through with your ex. So when we go through forgiveness, you are taking back your power. You are also giving them their power back. And that's evening the playing field to suggest whatever you want in manifestation. So in short, what that means is that you need to make sure that if you're going through that and you're getting a lot of signs to return to that person, be prepared to do the shadow work first, because, a lot of the emotions that you're feeling or the way that the person might still be communicating with you is an explanation of what that relationship will result to. And you want to make sure it's a clean slate. But I do believe that divine timing is important for everything. So keep your head up high, Aaliyah, and keep going. And for anyone else that this, kind of talks to, whether it's an ex best friend, or someone from your past that you're bringing back, divine timing is so big, but also make sure you're healing yourself. I don't want you guys getting to a point where you're just so emotionally invested in this manifestation when the universe is showing you signs that you need to heal first, right? And even when you get that person, keep doing the work. Our shadow work continues. So I hope that aligns with you. So Yoni, I love that question. Thanks, Pam. So your Yoni is your, girl parts down there. And I do a lot of manifestation rituals and stuff that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel. Actually, I have a video on the power of periods. So some of the men on my channel have also watched it and they love it as well. But it really talks about the history of the period of women and how disconnected we are about that space and how disconnected we are in general. And there was also a lot of energy work that we can do in general, also as males and females and anything in between as well, that we can do to really hone down into that energy, that sensual energy. So your Yoni is that part. I use Yoni eggs. I use Pleasure Palace toys as well. But I want to share with you guys that that's something that I want to share really soon. So on Monday, I'm actually doing an unboxing. One of my favorite brands. I love their stuff. There's so much energy in every single product they put, and everything's done through glass and crystals, and they're very, very helpful. And they're great for people who've gone through trauma, people who've gone through suppression, people who have womb issues, people who want to manifest abundance. Like, this is power. This is literally fire in our body that we have. You ever heard of Kundalini? Like, that energy. It's like your full Kundalini that you can open up to through that too. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. If you guys have questions on Yoni, let me know. How to push every day and work hard. Working hard is equal to the amount of time that you put in your self-care. If you are just hustling, but you're not giving yourself that love, you will burn out. The love and the energy and the quality of energy that you put out will be much lessened. So allow yourself to take that break. So for example, here's a perfect example. Me, as someone who is a mentor, someone who works for herself, every second week, this is my second week, I don't work as much. I do some card readings here. I do them based on my terms though, but then I also do a few, energy, or like I'm doing a live with you guys because I love it and I want to. This is relaxing for me. So every second week is my self-care. Every day I do self-care stuff, but every second week I take a break. I relax. I take that time for me. I take that time for us. Like, that should be done. Now, if you don't have the ability to do that, then every single day you should be taking an hour for that self-care. If you're working how many hours a week, you should be putting just amount of time into yourself or whatever you need to be at that sufficient. You should never be burnt out. And I think that's what people are realizing during this time. We're mentally burnt out with what's going on, but physically, are we taking that time to hone down into that energy, which is really big. So I hope that helps, Thunder Kids. I feel like I have a hard time feeling emotion when doing tarot. Like I kind of feel nothing or any advice. So disconnection. And sometimes one of the things that I find for a lot of people is when they're doing card pulls for themselves, they don't believe in the outcome before it's given to us. And one of the things I will say, and I will say this in the most, and just see how the words that I'm about to share with you affect you. Okay. Time and time again, historically and traditionally, anyone who knew anything about spirit universe was considered bad, right? Historically, in our ancestral genes, that is still sometimes in us if we haven't healed that. So for example, me, in past lives, I have been healers. I've been other names for healers. I have been readers. I've been someone who has helped people multiple times. And every single time in these past lives and others, I have been shunned on because of that, right? So in my soul body, I think that it is bad without even with starting with the reading, before I even start doing that reading and connecting to source. So ask yourself, what is it that you feel about the card reading? What doubt do you feel about reading cards and your intuition? And see what comes through. Because there might be a subconscious belief that is preventing you from connecting to your cards. And my cards, I trust them. I know them. I have a relationship with them. They are people to me. So the moment that I have that relationship, the more that energy will open up for me. So I hope that answers your question. That's a great one. Excuse me. Hello, it's been a while. Hello, Cherie. It's been a while for a long time. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy. Hey, Lisa, I see that you're here. How do I do this when it's during my midterms? Do it on your break. When you're studying, it's important. Every 30 minutes, the human mind gets distracted. We procrastinate. So even if you just, take a breath every 30 minutes, like put a timer on. I used to do that a lot with my studies. Give yourself that time, because you're stepping into a space where you're learning from memory, right? So our third eye is important when we're studying things. And if your third eye is clouded by stress, it's going to be hard to even memorize what you're studying in the first place. So prioritize your meditations. Do it on a lunch break, do it before you go to sleep, do it in the morning. Those are the best times to do that meditation, so you can hone down into your energy and have control of those emotions as well. So I hope that helps. That's a really great question. Can you tell me what 10-10-10 means? So Lisa, I have a video on my YouTube channel on the angel number 10-10-10, so you can check that out. Hello, Ireland. I actually want to go there. By the way, guys, tell me where you're watching from. I love to hear where you guys are from. I'm a traveler by heart. That's what I did most of my content on, a lot on YouTube, and I still will as the world opens up soon. But I will say traveler at heart. So I love hearing people from everywhere. It's my favorite thing. Is there any way for me to manifest better grades? Yes, by visualizing the grades that you want and putting in that energy and actually believing in that manifestation as you script. That's a great way of doing it. Pisces and Aquarius. Hello, Mars and Aries. That's amazing. Very emotional at this point. I feel like you're probably feeling a lot of emotions. Thank you so much. No worries. I'm super happy to help. I am manifesting a divine, true love. All past relationships were taught me various lessons, and they are forgiven. I am ready to have the right man. I love that, Monica. And the fact that you've mentioned this, it reminds me of me over almost 4 years ago when I met my partner, and I have this on my manifestation video. I remember I wrote down what I wanted in a partner. Like I wrote down exactly what I wanted and what I wanted in them and what they should be and how I wanted them to treat me. And a week later, I found my partner, my dream love. So I just want you guys to know that that is possible. You claim it, you've done the healing, you intuitively know that you're ready to accept that your heart has space for that person and yourself as well. That is the beauty of healing. That's the beauty of intuition. That's the beauty of knowing that you've done the work. So I'm so excited for you. I'm sending you light and love to you and your lover out there who is coming your way and that you already have in your heart. I am so grateful for the new connections I'm making. I love that. Biggest changes would be college and forming a relationship. Yes. So you've birthed two things. So a lot of things with new beginnings for you and just understanding how you can bring those lessons into those new beginnings. I love that, Karen. So I've been seeing a lot of 555s and 333s. I actually have videos on them. So when you do see these numbers, ask yourself, what are you thinking? What are you feeling at that time? Because your guides are teaching you something based on that energy of thought and subconsciousness. So yeah, check out, guys, if there's any angel numbers you are seeing, check out my playlist. It will answer a lot of questions for you. Mona, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So nice to see you, Sinarity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Virginia, that's awesome. Can you go in the past with law of attraction? I like this question. So yes, you can. Law of attraction is defined as, attracting like to like. So if you stay in the past, and this is a great example for anyone who is having a hard time with detachment or understanding the power of detachment. So for example, if you go into the past and you want to get over your ex, right? But you keep thinking about how happy I was with that person and how much I love that person, how much that person means to me, I'm going to attract that energy back into my life. So understand that whatever we are, we attract. And sometimes we might not necessarily attract that past ex, but we'll attract the same boyfriend. So have you ever had that experience where you dated a partner and then all of a sudden you end up dating people like them? Same thing. You're staying in the past emotionally and you haven't fully disconnected that cord. And by doing that, you're going to keep on attracting that same type of energy. So yeah, it's 100% possible. We do it all the time sometimes. How can you figure out what you were in your past life? So I actually do energy healings for past life regression. I would suggest doing it with someone for many reasons. Number one, past life regression is like jumping out of various dimensions to get to your past life. And to make sure that you're doing it in a way that is safe, it is great to do it with someone. I know there's a lot of past life regression online. I wouldn't suggest doing it unless you are certified to do it or you have someone who is. I am certified to do it. And I've done a lot of prep and practices and studies on this aspect. And what it exactly means is it's kind of like you're going through Akashic records. You're going through every aspect of your body. And your soul, your mind remembers things. Your third eye remembers things. So it's going into the lifetime that represents the emotion or the thing that you need to release at that time. So it's very, very impactful. So yeah, like I said, that's one of the many things you do with me when you mentor with me. So if you are interested in that, and I mentioned this earlier, I do have my November mentoring applications opening up, so you can apply down below if you're interested. But that is huge. And what past life regression does is once you go into that aspect, that heightenedness, that level, you can let go of that and release that karmicness or that karmic energy, soul energy. And oh man, it is such a good feeling. I remember I did my first one, and because I never released so much, I had like a month of cleansing. But at the end of it, I felt like a new woman. Like I felt amazing. And that is power. So the reason why I'm so happy and wanted to get into that level is because I do feel like that's part of my big journey. A lot of the people that I've done readings for, energy work for, they have a lot of past life contracts. And it so happens that your girl over here knows about that stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting. I will start talking about that more. That's why I'm saying spirituality, guys, is such a big thing because it's based on our own beliefs. It's based on ourselves, along with law of attraction, manifestation, and all the laws that happen within energy. So when you put those things together, man, you can talk about it for days. There's so many aspects of it. And that's why I'm saying to be patient with yourself through your spiritual journey, because it will take time to grow through it. It will take time to get to a point where, you kind of grow and expand. And I think that's super, super important. So be patient. That's huge. Okay. Is it okay for me to manifest a specific person to a romantic relationship from my school if we are strangers? If you feel like that person's the one and you energetically, intuitively is like, that's that person, I knew it. And I've heard that some of my friends, they met the person of their life the first time and they knew they were going to get married to that person. So, if you really feel that there's a spark there, then follow that intuition. Always go with your gut, right? Go with your emotion and energy. Your intuition never lies. I always say that. So follow that. I have overthinking problems, how I cope. I actually have a video on how to stop overthinking and just let go of your manifestation. That might be a great starting point for you, Thunder. Go check that out. It'll be a really good video. Is there any way to manifest someone treating you better or kinder? My mother, for example, lives with them currently and can't move out because I am back. So I just want to say, number one, love and light to you. Number two, creating energetic boundaries. Boundaries comes up to me when I was reading your message. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of the times if we're in a situation where we can't get out, like being in the home of our loved ones and, we haven't graduated college or right now financially we can't, and we're creating that finance to move out. It is very important for you to survive in that environment, to ground yourself. It is very important for you to create boundaries, mentally for yourself and create that safe space. Like I mentioned, my Zen den, that's my safe space. This is the space that makes me feel like some home, some feeling of home, So, create that. Super important. Okay. Woo. Sorry, yawning. I'm caffeine withdrawal right now, guys. So around this time, and we're almost done. I'm gonna get off in 13 minutes, by the way. Around this time, I'm just like, whoa, and I need to get lunch. So I'm feeling a little tired. My mind's like fire though. What was the question that we had? Is there a way to manifest someone that, oh yeah, I read that one. So yeah, I would say, Gillian, to really just focusing on your energy and creating those boundaries mentally is going to really help you. So that's great. Love and light to you, my dear. Quarantining, yes, that's important. Oh, another thing I will remind you guys as we continue to quarantine ourselves, as we continue to be in this time, find things to do outside that's going to make you feel excited, make you feel happy. Most importantly, making sure that you're still creating those boundaries and releasing energy because sometimes when we are with people for so long, it can be hard for us to continue that space. And what keeps us to survive, but also communicate how we're feeling is by creating boundaries and to really express by strengthening our throat chakra. So that's definitely a chakra that I want to chat with you guys more about because that's going to help you a lot when you're in a space and an environment that you might not necessarily have control in. Okay, next one. Can you tell me how can we know what will be in the future? So I personally know because I'm intuitive. So when I do a card reading, I'm channeling. Sometimes I don't even remember what I share with people when I do a card reading. When you do card readings on your own, it's all based on intuition. And there's two different types of cards that I pull for people. So there's something called Akashic cards. And there's something called not Akashic, macro cards, and there's like the Manor cards. Sorry. So the two cards are very different. Manor is more of like your soul, like this is a bigger than just the situation, bigger than the question you're asking. And the smaller ones, which is the macro, anyways, I'm not pronouncing it properly, but that specific one is based on your energy. So that can shift. That's why sometimes I have a reading with someone, they're like, whoa, this was not what I was expecting. But most of your cards are all based on your energy right now. So based on this reading, you can change that destiny, right? So just know that the more that you're expanding your intuition with cards, the better it'll be for you to tap into that for your manifestation, to learn about law of attraction, to connect with your guides, to get answers, symbols, to know what they mean. It will just be easier and easier for you. And speaking of cards, which is great timing, Anyone that wants to donate to the super chat, feel free to. For donating, I will pull a card for you for the day. And then I will end this live by doing a card pull based on our calls. And I used to do this all the time. I used to do a collective card pull for everyone. So if there's anyone that wants a card pull, excuse me, I'll wait a minute and then I'll start the card pull. And then we'll also do a breathing exercise together to end this amazing conversation. Okay, great. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just bringing my candle closer because it's behind you guys. I'm going to burn some sage. So high vibes. If you want a card pull, you can donate what you feel called to the super chats, like the $ at the bottom, and then I'll pull a card for you. Anyone else too. I love sage. I miss burning this so much, and I'm happy I get to burn it again. Okay, so card pull, guys. We're going to close our eyes together. And we're just going to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just think about maybe the question that you want to ask the universe. And we're just going to ask spirit, guides, universe to let us know what messages you have for us today. Mother Earth, Divine. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Awesome. Let's do a card pull. And just a heads up for you guys, if you want a private card reading, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm only taking limited ones for the rest of the week and even more limited next week because it's the full moon. And I have my group mentee energy healing that I host for them for the full moon. I also have you guys that I'm hosting as well. So just a heads up. So let's see what signs the universe has. Mary, I'm going to pull your card for you after this collective reading. Ooh. Energy, everyone's energy. Focusing on just what you want to ask. Okay, a lot of light energy. So the questions that I'm getting from you guys, the first one is the Age of Light. And I love this card. So the Age of Light is this one. And what it represents here is you've been training for this for a lifetime. For anyone who has doubts right now on certain decisions, just know that this is not your first rodeo. And today it's asking you to really ask yourself, what are the decisions that you're kind of halting over and not feeling confident in? And the card that falls out is creation. So instead of just falling into what's working against us today or emotionally or just where you're at, ask yourself, how can I create and hone down into my energy? And this is a neutral card. This can represent any chakra. But letting yourself just training for this and knowing that we have had this for a lifetime, we have been focusing on this energy for so long. Light energy also represents for cellular expansion. I know a lot of you guys are shifting on a higher level, like on a physical level, and this is new territory. So just be in mind and keep in mind that this new age, this new beginning, a lot of you guys were asking, do you believe in new realities, all this stuff? This is what this card comes through for. The other card that came through is guilt. So just reminding yourself, and I believe this is just a reminder for you guys that if you are feeling really low energy, very emotional right now, you have been trained for this for a lifetime for the situation. But more importantly, to understand that we can't hold ourselves with guilt. Guilt actually hurts us as much as it hurts other people. If we're holding the guilt from someone of not giving them an answer, it really causes us to dissipate our energy, right? So just knowing your worth. This is why I said solar plexus is so big for you guys. A lot of stomach energy here, which makes sense if you're having issues with sleeping or not eating properly. Just really connecting with, how am I not taking my power? How am I falling into guilt so much? How am I not seeing, changing my perspective so I can see how much light and energy that I do have and how much power I have within my situation? Star seeds. So if any of you guys are star seeds out there, put a little tree emoji in the comment section. But what lights you up in life? Just because the weather is bad doesn't mean that you have to feel, negative or down. Just because right now there's so much going on every time you open your phone on social media or the news doesn't mean that you have to feel that energy. Just because someone in your family or friends is putting on what stresses they have doesn't mean that you have to hold that on too. So the star seed is really just telling us what lights us up in our energy, just reminding yourself today that you have full control of your emotions and you are the true creator of that, and not to just allow universe to take that. And speaking of universe, the mystic comes out. This is the third eye, and this card represents in the case of what lights you up. Universe is working behind the scenes, and sometimes the universe is doing things that are meant for us. Just because you're not getting the answers you want doesn't mean that the universe isn't working for you or your guides aren't doing the work for you. So the mystic really just shows, stop questioning every single answer. Stop getting, frustrated with what's going on with your situation, or just getting that one-on-ones and just not knowing what it is. Start to see it as it is and just allow yourself to be patient. Patience is key. The last one is to overthink. Speaking of which, so thinking you're already doing it. So you're already doing the energy. You're already at that space. Keep facing north. Keep facing up, not down. We're not going down with our energy. We are thinking upwards. We are thinking above. We're raising our vibration because we are, growing on a cellular level. So this card really represents, you're already there. You're exactly where you need to be today. And just know that whatever comes through today was meant to happen. It's meant to push you and to pull you in the same direction, or to keep you in that same direction that you need to be. And that's super important. The next card you get is grief. So I get a lot of emotional cards here. I think the biggest thing I want to let you guys know is, as you light up your energy, for those who aren't in the space of positivity right now, and you're feeling depressed, you've noticed your mental health has gone a little bit downhill, to know that this North card is telling you that in order for you to keep moving up in your situation and your energy and your mental health, you need to release that grief. So asking yourself today, what can I do for myself, for my self-care, to let go of that grief, to let go of that pain I have in my heart? And I think the more that you do that, the more you'll be able to get some answers. So I hope those cards felt good. I felt like this was a really good card pull for you guys. I'm going to do yours, Mary. And for anyone else who wants to donate to the super chat, I will do a card pull for you personally right now live. But man, let me know in the comment section what cards spoke to you and why, because I love to hear your readings and knowing what exactly you guys love. And it's funny, sometimes people come on here right when I'm pulling a card and they're like, the timing was on point. Yeah, it was, because you're meant to be on here. So just a heads up for you guys. Okay, let's pull for Mary. Mary, your cards that you pulled out just right away. So you got the Akasha and you got the Sisterhood of a Rose. So the Akasha is just saying that you are divinely guided right now in your situation of, I feel like relationships is what's coming up for me. So just not being frustrated of the state of like feeling lonely, feeling down lately. I want you to know that you're being guided in everything that you do in your life. And even though you're looking for that soulmate or person, just know that you have that person out there. You need to switch your perspective. Beauty devotion of the priestess and teacher. So learning, how can I learn from my emotions that's happening out of my frustration? Today, I really want you to just talk to spirit, talk to your guides through meditation today, and see what answers come through, but they are definitely telling you that you need to be a student in this space in order for you to get those answers. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. We are 30 minutes away from the next video for today. So today's video is going to be on how to manifest a specific person and have them forgive you. Make sure you like this video, and also make sure you subscribe and notification bells, because I do 3 videos, sometimes 4 every single week for you guys. And to know when I go live again, because I feel like I miss talking to you guys. There's a lot of new faces. I want you guys to know that you're still connected to me as we grow together. So I just want to say thank you. And write down one thing that you're grateful for in the comment section as we end our live. I'm grateful for you guys because it makes me so happy to show up every single day. I'm grateful for the space, this community, everything. I'm grateful for the love that we have. I'm grateful for inspiration, expansion, and love within. I'm grateful for my smoothie. I'm grateful for my cards, my divine, and my universe and spirit for guiding me. I'm grateful for all these amazing, amazing things. So I just want to say thank you guys again, and I will see you in 30 minutes, 29 minutes for live. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put notification bell so you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next live. I love you so much. Bye. See you. Bye.